Hello students and welcome to English class. I'm your English teacher Mr. Oza and it is time for us to work on classwork number 43. This is your essay final draft. So obviously we have been working throughout this last couple of weeks on preventing sexual assault. You've done a graphic organizer, you've done a rough draft, and now it is time for you to work on the final draft. So in this video, I'm going to give you some tips, some tricks, some strategies on how you can write your final draft, make the process a little bit easier, and hopefully you'll end up with a solid product. So here's my first suggestion for working on your final draft, all right? Obviously, you're going to be working off of your rough draft, and that's classwork 42. So you're going to want to make sure you have number 42 open so you can refer to it. Now, if you've been in my class for a while, you've probably heard me say this, and I'm going to say it again. I want you to read your essay out loud. It sounds a little strange, it might be a little awkward, but it is really one of the best ways to improve your writing. Now, a lot of you might be feeling like I already put in the work, I found my quotes, I did a graphic organizer, I did a rough draft. I kind of just want to like copy and paste into the final draft document and just kind of be done with it. But the truth is, you kind of learn the most about writing, you improve your writing the most in the process between going from a rough draft into a final draft. So I really want you to take the time to improve your writing and change it up a little bit when you move into the final draft. Might as well. We have the time. We're not in like a time crunch, so I don't want you to rush it. So first off, read your essay out loud. You can read it to yourself, sitting there by yourself wherever you are. You can read it to a family member or a friend or even like your dog. Like my dog sits next to me, and he's observing everything I do. And it's just kind of a way of having someone else in the room, even if they're a pet and they can't understand you, like for you to just hear yourself saying what you've written. And it's a great opportunity for you to like correct any little grammar mistakes that you might have made, to clarify your sentences, to make them sound a little bit smoother. It's really a great suggestion. If you haven't tried it yet, please try it. So after you do that, you'll see that in your document, I'm going to make some revision suggestions. So revisions are basically like the content of your essay, like the actual claims and evidence and stuff like that. So I want you to look at the comments that I've made in your essay and, of course, make some revisions. All right, again, you're still going to be working in your classwork 42, still in your rough draft document. Now, after you've done some revisions, like remember revisions are like the content, the kind of like the real like main points of your essay. Now it's time to make some edits, okay? So edits are the smaller things. Capitalizing the proper nouns, the beginning of sentences, periods, making sure you have your quotation marks in the right spots for your evidence, making sure that you have your citations, the parentheses that show the source of where each quote came from. So all of those kind of little, minor things, the grammar, the punctuation, and spelling, you're going to do that next, right there in your rough draft document. That's called editing. So the difference between revision and editing is like the little stuff, the punctuation, the spelling, the kind of like nitty gritty details of the English language. While revision is like the big ideas, like your actual thesis, your claims that you're making, the evidence that you have found and you're sharing with the reader. So I say go revision first and then edits. All right. Once you've done your revisions and your edits, then it's time for you to actually jump into your classwork number 43, your Google Doc for your essay final draft, all right? Now, again, if you've been in my class for a while, you've heard me say this. I want you to retype your essay, all right? A lot of people will say, like, let me just copy and paste it into the new document. I've already made a few changes, like I'm ready to be done with this. If you retype your essay, you're going to do a few things. One, improve your typing skills. Okay, if you improve your typing skills, I feel like you have like a leg up on life, right? As we get older, more of your education is going to be done on computers. If you have fast typing skills, then you're going to save yourself a lot of time for your education and for a job that you might have in the future. So improving your typing skills is like a huge, huge 21st century skill that you can work on right now. You also have the opportunity to revise and edit as you write. So remember, revision is like your big main ideas, your evidence, your claims, and editing is the small stuff, the spelling mistakes, the capital letters, the quotation marks, and citations and stuff like that. So as you retype your essay, you can do some revising and editing. You can also read it to yourself out loud as you are typing. All right, so we have time, you guys. We have all the time in the world. We're not in a rush to finish this assignment. We're not in a rush to finish this term. You know, we have over a month left in this term. So please retype your essay in your final draft document. I promise you, it's going to make you a better writer. I'd like you to share your final product with someone besides me. So before you turn it in, share it with a family member, share it with a friend. Like I said earlier, share it with a pet. Read it to like your dog or cat sitting there next to you. That's a good opportunity to do some more revisions and edits, and share it with another teacher. The whole point of writing anything is to share your work, to share your thoughts. You guys have spent, almost 2 weeks on this assignment. I think it would be great if you shared your thoughts with somebody else besides me. I mean, I'll be, of course, very happy to read your work, but I think you should be proud of your work, and I think you should be excited to share that work with someone else. It's, after all, very important work. You guys are solving a huge problem in society that affects young people, teenagers, and older people as well. Solving sexual assault is a problem that our entire society needs to work on to solve. And so if you share your final product with somebody, I think you'll feel really proud of yourself for solving a really important problem, and I think you'll be able to really impress somebody who is reading your work. So I really hope that you're, one, proud of your work, and two, you're willing to share it with somebody else. So remember, the whole point of writing is publishing, which means just sharing your work. Post it on your social media, show it to another teacher, show it to somebody that you're living with. I think you'll feel really satisfied if you do. So I hope that was helpful for you guys to get rolling on your final draft. Just to recap, what you're going to do is just chill in your rough draft document. Do your revisions, do your edits, look at my comments, read it to yourself. All right, let it sit, let it simmer for a while. Then, once you're ready, retype your essay into your final draft document. All right, if you have any questions along the way, you know where to find me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something throughout the course of this unit. So, thanks for watching. Have a great class. See you later.